everyone, it's Cori Coulter, and today we are talking about a new upcoming independent horror film, Bottom Creek, produced by High Rock Pictures. We have with us owner, producer, writer, Jeff Miner, and owner, producer, director, Todd Chamberlain. Later, we'll be talking to actor and assistant director, Davey Lance Jr., and graphic artist, Gene Baker. Jeff, you're the writer and the producer, so I have to ask you, what inspired you to write this story?
I wanted to write a horror story with the same iconic characters in a way, like Freddy Krueger and the other characters that are remembered and that people are really scared of. We tend to move away from the characters and the iconic characters and just move into a horror film where there's victims and killers, but they have no personal identity. And I kind of wanted to do a film where this person's remembered and they can't wait to see him again. And that's really what I was looking for when I wrote the story.
That's great. That is so wonderful. The name of the film is, of course, Bottom Creek. Can you tell us a little bit about the film without giving anything away? Don't give anything away too much.
Basically, it's kind of a horror film that the reins are loose. As you know, doing independent films, there's very little rules, so you can go basically as far as you want to, and that's what I wanted to do. So basically, we went as far as we wanted to. So it's scary, and there's a slight bit of touch of comedy in it, but a lot of gore.
Nice.
So that's what we were looking for.
Fun and gore.
Right.
Yep. That's so great. Todd.
Yes.
Todd, how did you get into filmmaking?
Well, I was at a party one night, and a friend of mine come up and said, well, she had a friend that's making a movie, and thought that maybe I'd do good for this one part. So I did it, and I guess the rest is history. From there, I kind of got bit by the bug, and then after that, I did a few more films, as far as little parts here, and then as a production assistant, and that led into Jeff coming up with a story and said, hey, why don't we give this a shot? And so I looked at it, and I said, you know what, we could do this, and so let's bring it to life.
That is so great. That is so cool. I'm sure it's been fun working with one of your best friends.
Yeah,
right?
well, we've been best childhood friends, from
That's so cool.
From junior high.
I love it. Now, Todd, I understand you're friends with David Ellefson from the rock group Megadeth. Mm-hmm. That's so exciting. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Dave and I met through a mutual friend, Greg Hanovitt. Greg and I were old Navy buddies. We served together a long time ago. And I told Greg that we were doing some stuff with the movies. And Greg was actually one of the original band members for Megadeth. And so he said, well, let me get hold of Dave. And he got me and Dave together, and we've become pretty good friends since. And Dave is lending some of his music to our productions, and we in return did a music video for one of the new bands that he's managing. He has a company called EMP Label Group now, and one of the bands he's managing is called Dollskin. They are a fantastic young group of girls that, just high energy, and they're just taking the country by storm. So we did their music video that was released on Vivo and YouTube in September. It's called Furious Sensation. It came out really well, so, me and Dave have been talking, and, we're putting some stuff together, and Dave actually did a short clip for us for our fundraising campaign, so that we can, try and get some funds up to make our productions and stuff.
Good.
So
that's great.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. So we have a clip.
Uh-huh.
Let's check that out.
Okay. Sounds good.
Great. Roll it.
Hi everybody, David Ellison from Megadeth here. My friends Todd and Jeff from High Rock Pictures recently did a video for Dollskin called Furious Fixation. Fantastic video. Starting up their production company, they got some great ideas for some films and some other music videos. Definitely highly recommend their work at High Rock Pictures. And they're also looking to start up some funding right now, so if you would like to go check that out, check it out at these links attached.
We're back, and here we have Davey Lance and Gene Bakener. This is so great. Davey, you're the assistant director and actor in the film. So what influenced you in the world of horror films anyway?
Freddy Krueger. That was the very first iconic character of horror that I saw when I was a kid. And really put an impression on me for like the fear and chill and thrill. So, and I've always wanted to be in a horror movie. And filmmaking I really got into about my senior year of high school and just loved it ever since.
That's so wonderful. And that kind of brings me to my next question. I understand you went to college for television production and digital cinema as well. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Great.
I went to Frederick Community College and took some editing courses and television courses that actually put me behind the scenes of how everything's ran. And also did film festivals as well with a group of buddies of mine back in college. So
That sounds like so much fun.
it was.
Oh, I bet.
It was.
Such a blast.
Yeah.
Well, that's great because it gives you, the experience as well.
Yes.
That's so wonderful. And Mr. Gene.
Hello.
Hello. I understand you're also an accomplished artist, wildlife artist, who've won several awards for your work. That's so wonderful.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What influenced you into getting involved with High Rock Pictures as the graphic artist, and especially drawing art for the horror world, for the horror films?
Well, I knew Todd and Jeff for quite some time, a number of years actually, and they approached and asked if I'd be interested in doing something for their movie. So I obviously said yes. So it was something different from the norm because I enjoy doing wildlife, and they wanted to do something that was pertaining to the horror movie. So it was definitely something different, and it was cool to do.
Fun.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds
actually
great to me. Why not? And you have some of your work here with you from the film Bottom Creek.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about it, maybe.
Yeah, I brought the movie poster, and I also did some wildlife work that I brought along, a feather and some self-portraitures of me and the wildlife that I love to draw.
Very great. Thank you
Thanks.
guys so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, folks. I am so excited to see this film. High Rock is also running a fundraiser on Indiegogo so they can make this the best possible film for all of us. So please consider making a donation, and you too could be a part of the film.